Ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. Welcome to another Game Informer Watch Along. I am your host, Alex Stadnick. Joined with me today, the host of the GI Show, the street comedian himself, Benjamin Reeves. Ben, how the hell are you?
Put it like that. There's a lot of pressure on me, man.
I know.
I don't know if I can handle it.
You got it. Come on, man. This is what you were born to do.
Hey. What a way to start a Monday, right?
Hell yeah. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. We are watching the second episode of Night City Wire from Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk, folks. You kidding me? This is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Ben, are you in that same camp?
Oh yeah, easily. Like it was this and Half-Life. Not Half-Life. Well, Half-Life Alex was up there. Sorry, I'm all confused.
It is Monday.
It was this and Last of Us 2.
Okay.
We're both way up there.
Yeah, most definitely. Great. And yeah, Last of Us is my current game of the year, so I'm excited to see if this also capitalizes on that level of hype. But chat, hope you're doing well. We got 10 minutes to the show. Very excited. Last time we saw Cyberpunk was the first episode of Night City Wire, where they kind of trotted out their, forgive me, I don't know, I can't remember the exact name, but their kind of version of detective mode, but like super advanced, where you can like play through a scene and it affect it differently and whatnot, which I thought looked really cool. It didn't necessarily have the pop of something like probably we're gonna see today, but still. And they also announced the anime, which is really cool, even though we're not gonna get it for another 2 years at this point.
It's surprisingly a long time.
Yeah.
They're just assuming, hey, this is gonna be big again. Let's go for it.
Yeah,
anime.
Yeah, sure. We'll blow this thing out. But yeah, that's a good point.
Also, I want to apologize. I forgot I was gonna be on stream. I didn't do my hair, so I know I'm a mess. Everybody,
Ben, it does look pretty. It doesn't look bad. I wouldn't have been able to tell.
It either needs to look cleaner than this or more crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm at the more crazy part yet.
You're the middle of the road. It is Monday morning. I guess we can give it to you for that one. It's the Monday due. Yeah.
By the time Cyberpunk releases, I'm gonna look like a citizen of Night City, though. I think I'll get there.
Yeah, perfect. So chat, we hope you're doing well. What are you guys excited to see? I know Jacob Perkins wants to see you grow a mullet. Have you ever done that?
We'll see. Yeah. Shouldn't say.
Nope.
Yes, which is basically me saying yes. Yeah, when I was in, here's the thing. Mullets were super cool when I was like 8. They seemed like they were super cool and in vogue.
Yeah.
And then I started growing one, and by the time I was in high school, they were not cool anymore. But I still had one because it took me so long to get there.
Yeah.
Because my hair's curly.
Yeah.
And so by the time I got a mullet, it was not cool.
Oh,
and
no.
I rocked it for far longer than I should have.
Yeah.
But the other thing was, it was just nasty. Like people would put gum and stuff in it, and I would notice like 3 days later, or I'd find junk in my mullet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Was it after you took the wedgie off your head, and then you're like, oh, they put gum in here too?
Yeah. They did that because they loved me, though.
Oh,
like,
of
I was
course.
one of the cool kids in school.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me in 5th grade with my attempt at a mullet. So, but anywho, great sushi.
How'd it look on you?
Not good. That's why you'll never see that picture. Sushi King says, though, where did Sushi King go? Great Sushi King. Apologize, Your Highness. I want to see more weapons and gear. And that, according to some of the stuff that CD Projekt has already said, is exactly what you'll see today. They're focusing...
Might get your wish.
Yes, exactly. And he's a king. He should get his wish. They have said that today is going to be focused on life paths. So, like, the choices you make at the starts and how that branches out, and then the actual weapons you're going to be playing with, which I am very excited for. And that's one of the things that we've talked about a lot. I'm sold on this game like day one, no matter what, at this point. But that's one thing I do want to see is like how those weapons end up working, and like, how they feel in your hands. And we're obviously not going to know that the latter part until we actually play it. But that's what I'm excited to see today, the weapons for sure.
Sure.
So.
Well, we do know, some of us know, some people on Game Informer know how the weapons feel. We did a big cover story, and a bunch of big features on the website. So if you're interested in some hands-on impressions, you can go online and read a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Game Informer, CD Projekt.
Yes. Dare I say we had some of the best coverage on the internet. And that cover was so cool. Can they still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can people still get that cover? Is that still out there? Ah, there it is.
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, it's well, so we just announced the one after this is Watch Dogs, but I believe CD Projekt, sorry, I keep calling it that. What the heck is the name of the game? Not Nightwire City. Why is my brain breaking?
Night City Wire?
Night City Wire is not the name of the game. What's the name of the game?
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk. Oh my gosh. Yeah. How should I pre-order this? I'll just go into the store and be like, give me the next Nightwire.
Yeah, that'd be like,
City.
Who are you? Nightfire?
Gosh.
The James Bond game?
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Walk
it.
home disappointed. Like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
They promised me cutting-edge graphics and choices. I just get a cool car.
Point is,
Yeah.
yes, I think you can get this magazine still.
Yeah. Cool. Yes. I don't know how I follow that. I would also like to take a second. I know this is pre-show for Cyberpunk, but I do want to point out Game Informer is hiring. We're hiring 3 associate editors and 1 video editor, correct? Is that the
as
split
far as
of it?
I've heard.
Yeah. The listing is on our site right now, so if you guys are interested, go check it out. If you want to work, look at this shirt, look at that hair. Who wouldn't want to work with us? You know. So if
Who wouldn't?
Exactly. So if you guys, if that's of interest to you, if you get the skill set, definitely apply. Everyone should apply, even if this is your first time or you want looking to get in the industry. And then send us any questions that you have, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, we can try to answer them here on air even.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's see.
Best job in the world.
It has been amazing.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. You can't do it. Can't do it.
You think like Taco Bell taste tester, you think they enjoy their job?
I feel like
after a while.
I feel like that'd be good for the first week or two, and then after you had to start going to the bathroom, it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be a good.
You'd have to start going to the bathroom in the first day, dude.
Well, that's what they train
you
you
don't think
on.
you'd have to go to the bathroom until a week after you started the job?
I'm just telling you, they train you a little different over there.
Okay.
You have to manage your bowels a little bit better.
Maybe I wouldn't cut it out.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't be good at that job.
Yeah. Vincent Beck says, so for the video editor position, is that a remote position? So what I'll say to you is it can start remote, but eventually I would need you in the studio with me, help producing the podcast, because eventually COVID will end. I promise you folks, we will get through this. Just wear a mask and we'll get through it quicker. But I will need you for all the stuff we're going to start doing back in the studio. So eventually it will need to be in-house. So take that for what you will. Also,
but it's a great studio. I mean, you really want to be there.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, no jokes aside,
yeah.
Alex, I'm sure you would rather be in the studio right now than at your house.
Literally every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I miss it so much. It is cool. If you've ever watched the Game Informer show pre-COVID, it's a really cool setup. It was something where I walked in the first time and it was just surreal to see it in person type of thing. And it's a really great time. There's a lot of cool tech that, I'll walk you through. We'll get you set up on, and I miss it so much. But I've learned a lot of cool things from my time working from home, and I've definitely improved. But I'm excited to be back, as I'm sure everyone is.
Yeah, for sure. But be safe, obviously, out there.
Yeah, 100%. So.
Be safe, stay inside, play games. That's not that bad.
That's the motto. We can get through this.
And what a game we have for you today.
2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Reeves, is your stream coming in pretty clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good. I got 1 minute 40 seconds.
Okay. A little bit behind you. Or reload.
I'm gonna spoil everything
on my
for
end. That's what Andy did on our very first stream together. I was like, no.
Yeah, so they've said they're going to show off guns, and they've said, what was the other thing they're going to show off?
Life paths.
Life paths, which is something we did talk about in the cover story.
Mm-hmm.
The sort of background details of what makes somebody interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
Their character bio, basically.
Yeah, because they're doing Low latency's off, so that should be okay. My understanding is they are doing a system kind of similar to Mass Effect in that, like, you pick where you're from. You have like 3 paths that you start on, and that drastically affects. I think it affects the beginning of the game, and like how you meet Jackie, because Jackie, your companion, is always with
stuff. Yeah. Maybe we can answer that like off air or something if you hit us up.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go. We are live. All right, and there goes our monetization right there. But that's okay. All right, guys. Night City Wire, let's get it.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Night City Wire. This is the show from us at
This is
CD
her
Projekt
house, right?
Red,
Isn't that kind of
where we
weird?
talk about all
Yeah, that we're
things
just.
Cyberpunk
I mean, we're staring into our houses too.
In today's
That's true.
episode, we're going to be deep diving into life.
I've seen my house, though.
You a
Yeah,
brand new
it's pretty
gameplay
great.
video, as well as having
Would
a chat
recommend.
to Philip from our quest team. Then we're going behind the scenes and taking a look at how Refused to bringing the band Samurai to life. And then we're showing you another new gameplay video and having a chat to Pavel, our senior gameplay designer, about just some of the tools of destruction that will be at your disposal in Night City.
You have an idea who you want to go with, Alex?
I don't yet. I'm hoping that this is something that can
started.
show me the path on how to do this.
Which will you
I'm leaning towards Nomad, but we'll see if they change my mind here.
Cool. All right, let's see. I kind of like I think either Nomad or Street Kid, at least on an official first reaction.
Was my family.
Oh, it's lagging a little bit for me.
Neighbors helped each other out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of grain.
Are you?
How bad is it?
Let's see. It keeps pausing is the problem.
Pleased to see you have not forgotten your roots.
We can just describe what's happening.
Born here, live here, die here.
Childhood memories. Hopping buildings. Running away from bad.
He's a street kid.
Iron
Had a hard
blood
life.
from a split lip.
He's a rebel with a cause, without a cause. That's for you to decide.
For a slice of the street.
Get the fuck out of Vista.
Oh,
Keep getting
There you go.
jumped.
Street
Find
kid.
some stronger choopers.
Do you want to spend the rest of your days blasting scabs? Or become a legend?
such a gross way to describe someone a
Have
scab.
arrived. The Major.
It's not good.
No.
Ready to get your cherry bobbed? Yeah, come on.
Oh damn. Okay.
I love just like the desert part. Like it's like not a
Racing my bobber
area I
for the first
expected
time
to
through
have
the
in this
hills.
game, but the fact that they have a giant wide
Oh,
swath
and,
of desert, like
yeah.
that's
First
cool.
kiss
Yeah.
in the middle of a synth cornfield.
We nomads choose.
Yeah, it's
to
not
make
something I was
our thing.
expecting.
And choice forges strong bonds and a higher duty that stands solid as an old oak.
My family's in pieces. That's why I'm headed for Night City.
It's a bummer.
If I go down, you're going down with
I mean, oh my gosh,
No!
this looks incredible,
I'm
dude. I
joking.
can't believe you're missing it.
Shut
This
up.
might be the best thing I've ever seen.
We're back now. Sorry, folks. I don't know what happened,
way
but the stream went down.
You're the one who fixes other.
Oh, yucky.
If you're working Arasaka counter intel, you're all.
I apologize. I don't know if my internet. We're back, everyone. But I don't know what's going on with my internet. So
Tomorrow, I'll get somebody else to zero.
So, November 19th,
It's the rules,
I just
Jack.
saw. Are you way behind?
Top.
yes,
some
probably way
steam in
behind right now. Let's see.
But you're not on top. It's a burrow
Are you
in
out of
Arasaka.
the trailer here?
And you're the
Yeah.
pendejo who
Okay.
keeps him there. Work for yourself.
I can let you catch
Work
up.
for yourself. That's the only way.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Let me know when you get to November 19th.
Cyberpunk. And November 19th just popped, so we're a little bit behind. Chat, I apologize.
It is so good to see you again. It's actually been a while since I've had a chance to interview you.
We're
about
catching up, though.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think for today we'll start with a question that everybody wants to know. How does the path you pick affect your time in Night City?
It actually affects your time quite a lot throughout the whole game, but let's start at the beginning, because basically our game has 3 different starts depending on your life path. As an example, if you choose the street kid life path, you have lived most of your time in Night City. You know the streets, you know the gangs, you know the slang, you kind of know what's going on in the, let's say, lower life aspects of the city, which can of course give you
I think Street Kick sounds the most interesting to me so far.
But if you start as a nomad, you actually used to be part of a nomad clan and a nomad family.
Chat, I appreciate the support.
That roam the deserts around Night City that we call the Badlands, actually value their family.
All right, so what are they talking about with you now?
They're talking about the nomads.
You actually left that family behind, and now the beginning of the game for you will actually be how to get into Night City. And how to...
All right, I'm gonna reload real quick.
Yeah, because I think you might still be behind me.
Yeah. Sorry, chat. This is
Cyberpunk, a real
messy
RPG.
today,
Part
and
of
I don't know why.
That you can play your character from the start.
Check your implants,
to the
man.
end. And
Yeah.
of course, you know, we have these life paths affecting the beginning of the
Doesn't
game.
look like anything's,
but we wanted to make it so you have your life path opportunities throughout the whole game.
Still
until
talking
the
about
beginning
life
is
paths.
over. And as an
Yeah,
example, we
they're
do
talking
that
about the
by
corpo
giving you
now?
additional options and dialogues. So I can give you
Not yet.
one specific example. And this is a mission where you have to steal a flathead robot.
Let me know when you get there.
From the Maelstrom
Yeah,
gang.
it's
basically
it's
those
cool looking.
Maelstromers stole
I don't
that
know,
flathead
like I do
before
like the idea of
from
being a corpo
corporate
now too.
transport. And the owner
The
of
idea
the
of being like
corporate transport,
come for
Meredith
money,
Stout,
Yeah.
and just
wants you
feeling
to
like
do
you're
something
better than
else. And
everybody
this is an
because of that.
optional
And get taken down because
and
of
even
it.
within that objective,
Yeah.
we're going to give you some options. So as an example, if you have a corporate life path,
There it
you
is,
basically
corpo.
know what Meredith Stout is really about. You can read between the lines, and you can get some additional options that maybe actually later enable you to do a completely different thing with the Maelstrom gang. And if you're a nomad, you know exactly some more details about how these Maelstromers would have even been able to steal a robot like that from Meredith Stout, who's part of the very powerful Militech Corporation.
The other
As a
thing,
street
it reminds me
kid,
of
as an example, don't
Dragon
give you
Age Origins a little
specific
bit,
dialogue
because there was a
option
bunch
in
of
that
different
dialogue, 'cause as a
beginnings
street
of
kid,
that
you do
game,
not have a lot of experience
and that would
dealing
affect the
with
game
higher up people like
on a
Meredith
whole.
Stout. But we want to give
But I
you
went and played
additional
like every
options
intro to
fit
that
your life
game.
path very
And
well.
they were only a couple
So
hours
later when you
each.
actually talk to
Yeah.
the
But
Maelstrom
before I
gang,
started the whole
one
game, I
member of
played
the
each
gang
intro.
offers you
Oh, I
some
see.
illegal
Which that might be
substance,
worth doing here.
But as a street
Yeah.
kid, you actually know what
I think
this
Kim
is about. You can talk
maybe
some
Kim
shop
said
with
she
him,
did something
and
similar.
that might actually make that character like you a little
Especially
bit
if you're gonna put 300 hours in
So
this game, you
Philip,
might as
I
well.
do have a couple of extra
Yeah,
questions
no joke.
for you based on the video we just saw. And the first is about nomads. So the nomad life path, this starts
talking
in
about
a place
nomads now.
called the Badlands. Is this somewhere you get to visit even if you don't pick nomad to start with?
Yes, absolutely. So the thing is, Night City is surrounded by this huge landscape that we call the Badlands, and you can go there whenever you want. So as an example, if you actually do play the Nomad life path at the start and you are in the Badlands, you can even see Night City on the horizon.
Oh, cool.
And we want to give you the option later in the game, if you want, you can just take your car and drive out of the city. You can go there whenever you want. Thing is, you might not want to, because the Badlands can be a pretty dangerous place at first, because time has not been very kind to the Badlands. There have been many wars in the past. There's global warming.
I'm curious to
So
see
most
how
people that
much
do live
time
out
you can
there
actually
don't
spend
really have
out
another
here.
choice about it,
I
or
like
are
that.
nomads
I like that.
love this
Even
life
if you're
and
not
are
a
all
nomad,
about
you
it
can
and
still
are
go
very
out there, which is
battle-hardened.
cool. But I wonder how much
We
of the
of
game
course
that is.
also want to tell their
Yeah,
stories,
yeah.
because we want to
For
tell
sure.
many different
It
stories
looks cool.
throughout
Yeah.
the
Looks nice and
Cyberpunk
big.
genre, which means that you will also find missions that lead you out in the Badlands, or where you deal with the people living there.
So
I like
Philip,
that.
can you tell
William
us a little
McDonald.
bit more about
Yeah.
the character
William McDonald
Padre?
points out, I
He's
love
the
Mad
guy
Max
we
and
see giving
Cyberpunk
his
themes.
business
Look like
cards
they're
to
mixing
Street
them,
Kid
and I
V
can't
in the video.
freaking wait.
Who is
Looks
this man?
amazing. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
so Padre is actually one of
Ooh,
the
new
fixers in
character,
Night
I think?
City. And
Yeah, Justin
fixers
said
are
their
people
excitement
that
is
work as
similar to
intermediaries.
how excited they were for
So if
Fallout
someone
3,
who has a lot of
Ooh.
money needs
which
a
I was very
problem
excited for
solved,
that as
they
well.
go to
Yeah.
a fixer. And a fixer then finds people who can solve that problem. And these people are people like you, the cyberpunks. Fixers are very territorial. So Padre specifically works from Haywood, which is where you as a street kid grew up in, so you already know him. You might have already seen another one of our fixers, who is called Dexter Deshawn, and he works in a different part of the city. So specifically Padre, you might know him as a street kid, but even if
Are they
you
talking
played
about
other life
fixers for you?
paths,
Yep.
you might sooner or later meet him, because he's operating in Haywood, which
I wonder
is a
how
pretty
many
big
fixers they're
place
gonna include.
with many good jobs. So if you want to make some cash there, you will sooner or later deal with Padre.
Philip, thank you so much for joining us. Now, on my first playthrough, pretty sure I'm going to be picking Nomad. But for those watching, we would love to know.
She's going
what
Nomad.
you'll
She's
be
with you,
picking.
Reeves.
So have a think about it and send us a tweet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't forget that later
Yeah.
in this episode,
All right.
Great minds.
another new
I think
gameplay
you're like a
video
couple of
and
seconds ahead of me
chapter
now.
powered
That's crazy.
by senior gameplay
Weird.
designer about
It's
the
live
fun
TV,
of
folks.
the tools
Yeah,
and
I don't know how that
features
works,
will be
but
at your disposal in
Nomad
Night
seems
City.
good. I think I'm
Before
still
that,
leaning
let's
towards
talk about
Nomad.
music.
Okay.
You settle on
Because
anything?
music plays a huge
City Kids
part
seems the most interesting to me.
bringing Night City to life. Now, in future episodes.
Come on. Just as we jinxed ourselves here.
The stream cutting out for you?
It is.
Son of a
biscuit. Why is this
They're
dumb
just
today?
talking about music.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's okay. We're back.
I wouldn't write these lyrics for myself.
The band Samurai.
Yeah. Are you a fan? Do you partake?
Of Samurai?
Yeah. Do you know them at all?
So it's kind of interesting to
Huge
get
fan.
into, like, the mind.
Can't wait for their first single.
You're the drummer, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Yeah.
Drumsticks.
Who is
Graffiti inside your house is an interesting touch.
Yeah, I wouldn't love that personally. But, you know, to each their own. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm just a simple video editor.
How much of this game is Keanu Reeves really going to play?
They're kind of holding it close to the chest on that one. But they were showing him as the singer for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not how much of the game is he going to be in, but how much is the actual person going to play the game? Like, do you think when it comes out, he will play the game?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. He's probably just gonna be like, he'll be onto John Wick 6 at that point, and he'll be like, I forgot that I was in a video game.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know if he's a gamer or not.
Busy.
Yeah.
Because he's sort of like
and he's busy being Neo and all that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet COVID kind of delayed that because I bet they were going to start ramping up advertising for that.
Yeah.
Now that's delayed.
Do you think?
Right?
Yeah. It had to be, right?
a part of my life.
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
We came out of the punk rock scene of northern Sweden.
He's like the future version of us. You know? So I think it makes sense. I think it totally makes sense for us to be here making these songs about him or for him.
William McDonald thinks he'll at least give it a try.
There you go. That's positive.
Which, if I were an actor and I were in a game, I'd want to play it.
Yeah, I would too. I will always want to see. I'm not one who's like, I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to hear my voice. I don't want to see it or anything like that. But I was like, yeah, I'm in a video game. I need to see myself in that.
Yeah, slowly we don't have a different mode.
I'm trying to think of an equivalent from like an industry I don't care about, but
yeah,
I don't know. If somebody made an action figure of me, I'd want to own it.
Yeah.
As good as
like, what's a good equivalent?
Mm-hmm.
What's something you just don't care about?
I care about a lot of things, Reeves.
That's the thing, is I care about so many things.
Yeah.
Our songs.
It's interesting as a musician to
maybe like
play another musician, because that's essentially what we're doing. I mean, we're not here.
I don't know. I'd have to get back to you on that.
We're here as samurai.
Even like, because like, if I'm not a huge reader, but if I was in a book, I'd want to read me in the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's been.
Maybe I'm a narcissist. I don't know.
Yeah, if somebody made like a art exhibit, and I was in the art exhibit,
yeah,
I'd want to go check that out.
You'd need to see it, yeah.
They're just rocking out to their own music? Is that what's happening?
I think so. I think that's what's going on. See, that's how I would be after like hours of listening to my own stuff.
The Great Sushi King says Ben Reeves branded underwear. I mean, yeah, I'd wear those. I'm pretty into underwear though already.
Are you?
Yeah, pretty into it. Yeah, Jackson Richards brought up a good point. I remember this. Like, Gwyneth Paltrow forgot she was in Spider-Man. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, that was so funny.
She has a wild relationship with the MCU, because she didn't want to be in it after a while, right?
Yeah, that was what I think. Well, and I think they wanted.
But I mean, I get it. I mean,
she wanted more money.
Maintain the illusion that
to be in it, and then Sony ponied up the money for her to be in Spider-Man, and that's why she was in it.
It makes sense, but yeah, it's a bit.
But she came back for Endgame, so that's cool.
Yeah. Telling you exactly how to enunciate things, because I'm not used to. Usually, people are just like give me a thumbs up, and then like you think the things like the
you weeb,
you think about the pitch.
You weeb says she has a wild relationship with reality. To be fair,
so it's been a very,
that's fair.
Yeah, pretty painful.
Yeah, maybe that's it. If you were featured in Goop, her magazine, you'd still want to read it.
Of course,
that's the comparison.
Yeah, you'd have to. Goop.
That is your Cyberpunk 2077.
Right there. Yeah, that's the in-depth coverage you came here for.
It's a very interesting thing to be part of. As a person that's not a gamer, I don't think I fully understand the impact that this might have. If people like these songs and if people are excited, then that's going to be great. I mean, we are.
I do like their emphasis on music, because I think one of the things that people love about GTA is like being able to turn on the radio and hear songs that not only fit the era but that are enjoyable and like really good. So I'm hoping that translates to Cyberpunk as well.
Yeah, they're going deep, which I appreciate.
You can already find 3
a deep dive on
tracks available on streaming services. Chipping
on music, that's cool.
Fade Away, and the Ballad of Buck Ravers. But we're excited to announce a 4th new song called A Like Supreme, which is coming to streaming services today.
Oh.
That means you can check it out once the show is over.
So if you like
Don't
their
forget
music,
that if you're tuning in
there you
late,
go.
or if you just want to watch anything,
Jump on it.
we will be uploading everything to our channel.
I like her poster too, the one she has behind her.
Yeah.
Like you can buy that on the store.
Oh, really?
The CD Projekt store has those. They're cool.
Nice. I very much want. I wanted the E3 jacket, and I think it's out there, but I don't know if they have it in my size.
Yeah, I think you can buy it.
Yeah.
And also, I would say I think that thing ran smaller than normal.
Yeah.
So you should get like an extra big one.
Okay. Then there's no hope for me on that one.
Yeah,
That's okay.
there's probably no hope for you.
Yeah. All right, let's see
It's
what
like
we
European sizing.
got. Oh, yeah.
Alas, nothing ever transpires as planned with them. You better gear up for this.
All right, gear section now, baby. Let's see it.
You just shot the Joker.
Ooh, tech weapons too. There's so much. It's overwhelming how much customization there is.
I was just thinking about this. Like, somebody had to model all this stuff. Like, that would be your job for like 5 years. It's just like modeling guns.
Yeah.
Sounds insane.
Yeah, that's a huge part of your life. I'm curious to, let's see what this melee action is like.
That looks cool.
Yeah. Because
next best thing to a lightsaber.
Yeah. Because that's been their bread and butter thus far is the melee combat. Oh my goodness. Chat, I'm sorry that the stream is being uncooperative.
Did it crash again on you?
Not crash, but it's lagging. It's giving me the wheel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is your internet messed up, or
there has to be something wrong with my internet today, which is disappointing. So I apologize for that.
So we
November 19th, man.
willing?
It's coming.
Yeah, I'm in.
I never
that
thought.
is closer than you think, isn't it?
Yeah. I never thought that I'd be looking
so
forward
much
to
for
getting out of
joining.
summer
Now, there
and
was
getting
an
out of a
awful
year,
lot in
but
that
this
video.
year I
I
need to
did
get out of
more
it. I
than
need to get
just
to
guns.
November because these games are going to be.
Melee
Cannot
weapons,
wait.
we have range
Oh yeah.
weapons, we
Plus
have
that puts us that
sniper,
much
we
closer
have
to
weapons,
2021, which would be nice too.
Yeah.
We could talk for hours and hours about this.
Yeah, we're like almost
I
3
think
months
just
away
for
from this
today's
game, which is
episode,
crazy.
we should
Yeah.
keep it simple, and let's just talk about guns. can you tell us the different types of guns that will be in the game?
So we have 3 distinct types of guns in our game. We have power weapons, we have
Oh,
tech
that's
weapons, and
cool.
we have smart weapons.
You see the ricochet thing?
Oh, I'm catching up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One thing they can do,
Let me know when you get there. But yeah, the ricochet thing is cool. Like power weapons can like bounce off surfaces.
Oh yes, give it to me.
Now, tech weapons, on the other hand,
I just saw it. We just saw it.
electromagnetic
That's cool.
power to propel a fully metal projectile to extreme velocities. What that allows them to do is to punch through cover or punch through walls to hit somebody who's not even aware that you're there.
Smart weapons now.
Use guided missile technology to actually track targets in real time. So you can hit somebody who's dodging, running away from you, or you can hit somebody who's hiding behind
Resistance Fall of Man, I think, did that. And then Titanfall.
Yep. And then
it's still a cool gimmick. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. Borderlands has some of that. Borderlands 3, I should say.
Those RPG elements into gunplay.
So I can tell you one thing, Holly. It wasn't easy to merge those 2 elements together. Now, we've spent a considerable amount of time merging the RPG and FPP side of our game. What the player will experience is that V changes from a small-time mercenary to a legend in the world of Night City. V becomes more and more proficient in using weapons as the game progresses. So they will see that reload times become shorter, the accuracy of your weapons grows, you will have faster aiming time, you will move faster with your weapons.
Faster aiming
Everything
time?
becomes more in your control,
like
and that
quicker
gives you
ADS.
more opportunities to defeat the biggest encounters that we've designed for you.
So I have prepared a few extra questions for you, Pavel, if you're feeling up to it.
Oh,
of course.
He wasn't expecting the extra
well,
questions.
The first is going to be, how do you find more weapons in Night City? Like, where will players
rude.
be looking
Come on, you guys are supposed to practice
So
this.
I expect the players to look everywhere for new and exciting weapons. You can, of course, buy weapons at vendor shops.
I don't know. This seems rehearsed. I bet he was expecting this.
What? They wouldn't lie to us like that, would they?
However, the best weapons that you can find will be taken from enemies or loot caches that we have everywhere in Night City.
Cool.
The weapons rarities range from common through uncommon up to rare and then legendary. And as they go in rarity, they actually climb in power.
If we have uncommon weapons, how come we don't have unrare?
That's a good question. Maybe because it sounds silly.
In such a way that
Common, uncommon, unrare, rare. I don't know. It does sound stupid.
as unique abilities that you will find on no other weapons in the game. The players will actually need to make some small chips that you install in your weapon, and they actually change the statistics of the gun. They can give you damage, they can give you accuracy, or they can give you more fire rate. Some of those mods actually change the gunplay on a more fundamental level,
Cool.
so they can give you non-lethal rounds, biochemical rounds to tear through that armor.
Talked about non-lethal rounds. I wonder if there's a playthrough of this you could do non-lethal, like do a no-kill run on this.
Which is your favorite weapon so far in Night City?
Interesting question.
Many weapons that it's
I
hard
wonder.
to choose just one. But I can mention some manufacturers with
Bet that'd
their
be hard.
weapons that I absolutely adore. The first manufacturer would be Tsunami Defense Systems, who produces the sniper rifle Nekomata. That's a tech sniper rifle. That means that it can pierce through walls. So you can actually hit somebody who's hiding behind cover or who doesn't even know you're there. Of course, I also like a close quarters approach.
Just pick one, dude.
What that needs is a shotgun. One of the shotguns that we have in the game.
Yeah, their shotties
is
look
Budget
so
Arms
sweet.
Carnage. Now, that thing is cast from pure steel, and it weighs a ton. However, you can cut a person clean in half with it. Another shotgun that I absolutely love, it's for a more refined approach, I would say, is a smart shotgun, Kangtao Zhuo. That thing has 8 barrels, and that means it can track 8 targets independently.
Ooh.
Now, killing an entire room was never simpler.
Smart shotgun.
Pavel, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I'm actually pretty interested to see what kind of weapons people discover when they play Cyberpunk for themselves. Before we end,
Sangmaster says, yeah, but it's going to suck when they start shooting you from around the corner. You think that's a thing that the enemies will do? You think they'll have access to all the same stuff?
That's a good question.
This is a brand new book
if it makes gameplay engaging, I kind of hope so, because that could keep you moving and rolling, or like push you to maybe go like a stealth route. So that could be interesting.
This November. That is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget that if you've missed anything, or if you just want to watch again, we will be uploading everything.
I'm sure a lot of this chat will be watching this again.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back with
watch it without listening to us. Us idiots talk about it.
Yeah.
Also, you can watch it when the stream looks nice.
Yeah.
There's some cool parts.
Yeah. Yeah, we can assure you. Ben can tell you that there was some cool parts. Oh. Okay, interesting. New statue. Some new merch. Chat.
Who are those guys?
I don't know. They were like medics. I guess I don't know if I need a statue with medics, but anyways. That was Cyberpunk. That's our second solid look of 2020. What did you guys think? Would you let me know? First off, I apologize for the stream issues on my end. I will get that taken care of, so it won't be an issue again. But Ben, what did you think? What did you take away from this stream?
What did I take away? They haven't soured me on Cyberpunk yet. They already sold me, so I didn't really need to watch this even.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see the weapons in action, which I've seen a little bit, but it's nice to have a deep dive. Like the ricochet thing is really cool.
Definitely.
There's just so many things you can do to upgrade your stuff throughout the game that this game seems like a giant beast.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit intimidated by that, but at the same time, really excited to play it.
Yeah, me too. It is terrifying thinking about trying to balance Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk together. If I had to choose, I'm more into sci-fi, so I'm more excited about Cyberpunk. Not to compare the two, but like just having those two giant open world games together is intimidating.
I wish they weren't so close together.
Yeah, I know, but especially weapons. It comes down to sound design and feel for how they actually are. But every single time I see these shotguns in action, man, do I think they have a chance to be like top tier, because they just look so punchy and they just blow people away and they look so cool, especially the tech side of it that like can target people from farther away. That just seems like OP goodness that I can't wait to dive into.
Yeah. You're a shotgun fan, it sounds like.
I'm a shotgunman, you could call me. Halo 3 Halo in general is my favorite shotgun, but Doom shotgun's very good too. I hate some of the Call of Duty shotguns, but that's for another time. Let's see. What else did we see? We got a peek.
That'd be cool to have like the Doom double barrel that has a grappling hook. That'd be cool if they had something like that in Cyberpunk, which wouldn't surprise me if they did, honestly, because I think there's so many different attachments in there.
For real. They seem to be just blowing it out, and I love that it doesn't seem like it's just like PR speech, that it very much seems like they could be coming through on that promise of like playing exactly how you want to play. And I'm excited to be able to compare like play styles, especially when it comes to people who like playing a little stealthier than I do. I love just running in there and running show with the shotgun, or like the gun that looks like the P90. So that has me super, super pumped. So
yeah, Just Win G's says that 8-barrel shotgun looks amazing.
Yeah,
I'm sure you loved that as well.
Oh yes, he's very correct.
Call that the room clearer.
I like that. I am also weirdly excited for that desert area, like you talked about. Especially if they can get a little bit more. I can't remember who said it in the comments earlier, but Mad Maxian. I think that could be really cool, especially in a game about cybernetic future. Like, it's weird to be excited for that, I feel like, but that's where we're at in life. I'm excited for all of it.
Plus, it's nice. You have this Blade Runner city sprawl, and it's just sort of overwhelming and congestive in ways that are fun.
Yes.
To visit, but it's also nice to have something that completely different from that, a change of pace. So if you want to go and get away from the city, as you want to from time to time, right? It's nice to have that like change of pace, that change of background.
Yeah, most definitely.
And to see how they incorporate sci-fi elements into a giant sprawling desert would be cool.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm very much here for it. So, chat, Oh, I think one other thing William McDonald brings up, he said, if you can name guns, I'm naming mine the Room Clearer. And that would be cool. I mean, it's a great name, but I'm curious, and I, in my panic of trying to make sure the stream was up, did they say how much like visual customization there was going to be? Because it showed, it looked like there was like graffiti on some of those guns and whatnot.
They didn't go into like the detailing. They talked about mods, so you can mod your gun. So the mods will change the visual look of it. But in terms of like paint or graffiti or decals, that's something I didn't hear them talk about.
Okay, I'd be curious.
But at the same time, I'd be kind of surprised if they didn't have some of that.
Yeah, at this point. And the nice part about that too is if they did have that level of customization too, it would all be unlocked in the game because they've said that there's no microtransactions in this. So that could be even cooler. They've definitely, going to your Keanu Reeves question earlier, they've teased him a couple of times, or not teased him because we know about him, but they're showing him bit by bit in these, and I hope that they really leave his involvement until people are actually playing it, because I know they've said he's a big part of the game, but I almost don't want to see until I'm playing it how much that actually, what that means. It's just nice reminders of, Keanu Reeves, one of the biggest stars in the world, still in this game.
Do you think it'll be distracting though at some points? Like, hey, you're really immersed in the game, and then all of a sudden Keanu Reeves is there, and you're like, oh, Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
like, do you think that'll be distracting in any way?
I mean, maybe the first couple hours, but we'll see how much he's actually involved with it. But I would hope people start to meld into that world and accept that he's in there. But yeah, seeing Johnny Mnemonic run around every time could be a little weird. Because it is that thing. Well, yeah, I won't talk about it. It's for another game. But anyways, chat, I hope you liked what you saw. I know when it was working, I did. Ben, any parting thoughts for the lovely viewers?
Yeah, like I said, we're like 3.5 months away.
Yeah.
Less than.
Yeah, we're getting
get
much
hyped.
Closer.
If you're not hyped, what are you doing here?
What are you doing?
I mean, yeah, this game looks cool. I'm worried that I'm going to overhype myself, and then I'll be disappointed.
Yep.
I think I've done that before with some games. I think I was overhyped for Fallout 4. Say what you will about that game. But anyway, like I don't want to do that with this game. And I think my expectations are pretty solid, but I think it's going to be a great game. Like just based on what I know from playing The Witcher.
Yep.
I trust these guys. And what I hope is that the story lives up to what I want it to be. Because that's the thing that I really liked about The Witcher is the story was more interesting than I expected.
Yeah.
And they haven't talked a ton about just narrative. I guess they did a little bit with the background characters, with your, what do they call them? Your bios?
Your life paths.
Your life paths, yeah. I don't know if I love that name, but
that's okay. Yeah.
We still don't know a whole lot about the overarching story of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. They don't need to go in depth about it. I just hope that narratively it holds up to what we know from Witcher.
I agree. And that's the thing where it's like, I wonder if they haven't talked a lot about it because it's going to be so different for every person, and if they do have a bunch of different endings, which is exciting. It's cool to think about, and obviously this is me just speculating, but like it's kind of cool to think about depending on the path you take. Maybe there's not that final boss, like if you choose to really associate with one gang and do all those quests and focus on one side of the story, and like maybe that's a completely different ending and has different antagonists than something like a more conventional narrative structure, which I think could be really cool, which would be interesting. But yeah, I'm still sold 100% on what I've been seeing, so yeah, I'm here for it. So chat, thank you so much for joining us. We talked about it earlier, but if you want more Cyberpunk goodness, head over to the site, GameInformer.com. We have a bunch of really amazing preview pieces that the team worked on. Matt Miller and Kim Wallace did an awesome job on. We have, if you go to youtube.com/GameInformer, which you're hopefully already there, we have a really good podcast discussion breaking down all of the stuff that we saw from our first 4 or 5 hours of playing it, which is really cool. And as the Night City Wires progress, we'll continue to bring you them. We'll continue to talk over them, hopefully with better internet next time. So
hopefully better internet and better hair next time.
Yes, that's something we can hopefully promise to you. So Ben Reeves, thank you as always for joining me. Chat, you're beautiful. I hope you have a great week. Be good to one another, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.